Okay, hi everybody. This is your pal here, Bruce, Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the show today. Welcome to my channel. If you've accidentally stumbled onto this channel, I apologize. This is as good as it's going to look. Although I have a couple of charts, so stand by for charts. Those are always fun. How you doing, kids? We're here for the banter, I suppose. We're down 211 on the Dow at the moment in the pre-market. This is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. This morning, a few hours ago, in the dead of night, the House of Representatives in Washington finally approved by a vote of 215 to 214 the tax bill, the tax and spending bill. After what seemed like a couple of weeks of wrangling, including apparently a tax break for people who want to have tanning beds installed in their homes, and any tanning bed business operators. Apparently there's been some kind of an excise or accelerated depreciation rate passed in this bill for tanning bed operators. But apparently there's been a reduction in the amount of money available for hospital beds for patients in certain parts of the USA. So, you gotta give something to get something. If you want to get that beautiful orange glow, you need a tanning bed. If you want to live, you need a hospital bed. Now, what's more important, looking good or dying? I mean, hey, taxpayers are living people, okay? The people who die don't pay taxes. So come on, get with the program. Turn them over. Let's go. Get that slab out of here. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's one thing I heard. It's something I heard. Welcome all to the show. I love Americans. I really do. You guys are incredible down here. The United States of America. What a neat place this is, and what wonderful people they are. But Americans will be the first to admit in private, they think what's going on in Washington is like crazy. They are looking at me for going, I can't believe how stupid this is. It's unbelievable. But, stupid is as stupid does. And they've been voted in. And they're just digging in now. Of course, the Congress people can be replaced every 24 months if you were so inclined to vote them out. Senators, a little harder to get rid of. You can get rid of a third of the Senate. You can turn over a third of the Senate every 2 years. But it takes a full 6 years to turn over 100 senators. And have you ever noticed how incumbents almost never lose? There you go. It's just what it is. Anyway, welcome all to the show. We're down 238 on the Dow. About an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago when I woke up, we were nowhere near this bad. I thought we would be this bad 2 hours ago, actually. When I saw the action yesterday afternoon, and I saw you folks twice yesterday afternoon, or yesterday afternoon and evening. We saw an 850-point drop on the Dow yesterday. I figured this morning we would be down a couple hundred to start the day. Well, it looks like that's going to happen, but I thought it would have been a continuation of yesterday's slide. But I guess there was this hope and faith in a wonderful, glorious green day today. Because America is great today with the passing of this tax bill. Oh, America should be just, the sun will, we should all be wearing long, white, pristine bed sheets, all over us. And our hair is nice and long like Jesus, and we should have the sun shining on us. And we should be hearing in the background that, the choir, the opening and the awakening of America's greatness. The Dow's down 217 points. We're down 27 on S&P. We're down 96 on NASDAQ because the rest of the planet and the other half of America that is looking at this going, are you kidding me? The rest of the world is going, seriously? You think you are winning? you Americans? And it's not you they're talking about, okay? The rest of the world is not pointing at my viewers going, you people. No. The rest of the world is pointing at the politicians in Washington, okay? And when I say, you Americans, I mean really the people in Washington. The rest of the world is looking at these Congress people, listening to their crap coming out of their yaps about how fantastic this bill is going to be for the United States. And the rest of the planet's going, seriously? Boy, are you high? Whatever you're spiking your Kool-Aid with, it's giving you a happy feeling out there. The rest of the Congress is going, they're stealing from the poor to give to the rich. And the poor have no super PACs to back them up. The poor can't bribe senators and congressmen. The poor cannot afford to pay for private jet rides for members of Congress to go back to their districts on weekends to host fundraisers and raise a couple of $1 million and flying back to Washington. The poor can offer nothing. There's a reason they have nothing. And so when you live in a cardboard box on the sidewalk in San Jose, or you live in a dilapidated RV that can't drive for more than 30 minutes before it overheats, how are you supposed to contribute to a political campaign to get your person elected in the Congress to help you? Totally impossible. And is there any upside for any politician to take a stand for the poor and down and outers? No, no. You want a cushy job for your wife and your brother-in-law and your sister-in-law and your brothers and cousins and friends and backers. You want them to all get cushy jobs in a pharma business, in the Defense Department hierarchy. You want them to become a consultant in Washington. You're not gonna advocate for the down and outers. You're going to advocate for the ones who have the money, baby. Who's got the cash? Well, tobacco companies, pharmaceuticals, healthcare companies, defense contractors. Who's winning? That's where you want to go if you're a congressperson. I mean, if a congressperson has to raise money to win their next election, they need to raise $5 million for their district. They're going to go to people who can give them $5 million. And who can handle that request? The recently unemployed government workers? No, you're not going to go to those people. They don't like you. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to those who are winning, economically winning. And so you're going to go to the economic winners and hit them up for more dough to tell them it's going to keep on going. Sorry, America, but that's where it is now with super PACs and what have you. I'm just a guy telling you what I think I see from the outside looking in. The market today and the bond market today is reaffirming its opinion that it set yesterday regarding this tax bill, regarding this spending bill, regarding this absolute monster of a deficit grower, $5 trillion of future debt on the backs of Americans, period. They're going, it's not a good bill. This is not good. We have nothing to celebrate here. And that's why the markets are now following the bond market. The stock market is not leading the world lower. The stock market is following the bond market that is saying, get out of U.S. assets. Don't hold American anything, because the American dollar is going to continue to slump against world currencies. Quarter of a penny here, a third of a penny here, a fifth of a penny here, a half a penny there. It's just a constant grind lower. Tariffs, no one is using the word tariffs anymore. Have you noticed how quiet the tariff thing is all of a sudden? Where are the 150 countries dying to make a deal with the United States? There ain't no lineup at the White House willing to go and see Mr. You-know-who, because the last guy to walk into the White House to see the president in his office got ambushed by propaganda and gunk that people are going, where is this shit coming from? The president of South Africa was naive enough to go into that office and be attacked by the president of the United States and his henchmen right in the Oval Office on live television. In other words, he got Zelensky'd live on the air. How many other of the 150 countries out there want to get Zelensky'd if they go to see, Mr. Who in Washington? Are you kidding me? This is not how you get the rest of the world working with you. Is it any wonder the outside world is going, why go to Washington for anything? There's nothing there but attack dogs. Give me a break. So, the bond market is making its statement without any. Do you notice at all there are no interviews with bond people? Does it ever hit your brain that you look at CNBC and you don't see the cameras at bond desks in London, in Frankfurt, in Milan, in Zurich, Tokyo, Shanghai? You don't see bond traders going like this on the US dollar, the US bond market, US equities. They're not on camera. They're just quietly hitting a button on their computer. Click, click, sell, sell, sell. Sell US, buy Tokyo, buy Japanese yen. Sell US, buy British pounds. Sell US, buy euro. Sell US, buy Swiss francs. Canadian dollar is at 72.5 cents, going for 73 cents. Highest level in 2 years, something like that. American dollar is out right now. American bonds, out. They don't pay enough interest. The risk you're taking to put money into American bonds are too high compared to risks elsewhere. That is the reality. But no one will say it, and no one's on the air talking about it, so you don't hear about it. Fox News, you think the Fox Business Channel will ever air anything like that? I mean, come on. It's glorious. It's the greatest time ever. The great city on the hill, the shining city on the hill is where we're going for now. Unbelievable. Hey, but you figured it out yourselves. For you who are here watching me and tolerating me every day, wondering, Bruce, please just tell me how to get rich. I'll tell you how to get rich. Become an option writer. Sell your stocks and write options from a cash position. Collect interest on the cash you have. Be paid monthly in interest payments. They're going to go up. You're getting a raise. Those of you who've got cash, you're getting a raise. Get out of stocks and write cash secured puts. Write credit spreads, especially call credit spreads. And write in the money or out of the money call options, covered calls for those retirement accounts of yours. Protect your assets and charge your stocks rent. You used to be paid rent to hold stock in your retirement account, and you write options to collect the rent up front right now. Rent is paid today. You don't wait 6 months to get the rent. You get it now, and then you might give some of it back. You might not. That's the name of this game, baby, and that's why this channel here is full of people all over the place. Almost 80,000 viewers, members, or subscribers, 80,000 subscribers of this channel are all over the world who watch this guy from time to time. They'll watch me on a rerun at double the speed, and they go, "Yes, sir, I'm going to do what you're talking about right there. I'm going to do cash secured put writing." No kidding. Why would I hold NVIDIA stock? I mean, have I got the word idiot on my forehead? I don't think so. No, I'm not going to hold NVIDIA. It's $132 or something dollars a share here, $131.95. Why would I bother holding NVIDIA at $131.95? I could just sell this stock I have at $131.95, and I could turn around right now instantaneously and say, I am willing to buy the stock back for $130. I'm willing to buy it back at $130 for up to a year, 2 years, up to 3 months, 6 months, a week. Why would I not want to do this? This is a great. Love to buy back my NVIDIA that I just sold at just around $132. I would love to buy it back at $130. No problem. I'll buy it back at $130. It's okay. I love my NVIDIA. It's okay. But there's one catch. In order for me to buy back the NVIDIA at $130, I'm going to need to be paid some money for that. So let's work a deal on the old option market. Well, let's take a look at the old option market, Bruce says. And we pop up here the old NVIDIA stock, which you don't see right now, but I'm popping up NVIDIA right now. 132.05 right now is the pre-market price, up a quarter. And if I were to say until June of this year, just next month, maybe we could find out how much I could be paid to be willing to buy back my stock for June. Well, let's go to the third Friday of June. That's the most active contracts. So we're talking June 20th expiry. So there they are, June 20. Let's take a look at the 130s. If I were to sell my stock at 132 and offer to buy them back for $130, I would be paid almost $9, $8.90 a share. In effect, if you round this out to $9, I'm actually buying it back for $121. That's what I'm offering to do. I'll take the $132 now in cash. I'll put $130 on the table for 100 shares, 13 grand, and I will be paid $900 to buy it back for $130 between now and the third Friday of June. If the stock does not stay here and it goes down to $125, I won't have to buy it back for $130. I can just keep the $9 and the $132 I already got, which is actually $141, and it's trading at $125. And the contract expires worthless. I can turn around and write in August $125 and probably get $9 for that. Willing to buy it back $125 if you give me $9 on top of the other money I've already got. I'm happy to buy this thing at a discount. It's not a problem. Now, if you don't want to do a June expiry because it's just a little too close, and you're greedy, you're hungry for money. You've got bills. Have you got a credit card bill that's gnawing at you? You know, one of those, IOUs, or you got a car loan you'd like to kind of get rid of, and you got 500 shares of NVIDIA. Why don't you dump those and write $130 call options? Actually, I should actually turn this around. Yeah, call options you can write. Like I said, I'm sorry, folks. I'm so tired. Call options give you a premium, and you're willing to let your stock go. Let me turn around and make it a put contract. If you want to write a put contract for $130 for January of 2026, they'll give you $17 a share. In effect, the 130 price becomes a $113 buy price. $103 buy price, pardon me. 113. Yeah, $113. How tired is this guy? You're seeing it live. Yes, you could write put contracts on NVIDIA, and that's what I should have talked about in the first instance, but we'll correct that right now. Going back to June put contracts, just to clarify, third Friday of June, that would be the June 20 expiry, everybody. Here we are. $130 put contract where you're willing to pay $130 to buy back your stock that you just sold for $132. You will be paid $6.70 or so a share. In effect, you're willing to buy back the stock for about $123.50 for only 1 month. So you got $132 cash now, plus $600 more, or $6.70 a share more. You're now getting $138.80, and you're willing to buy the stock instead of $138. You're willing to buy it back for $130. Thank you very much. You say, if you do get it back at $130, guess what you're going to do? You're going to write an August $130 put, or a September $130 put, or as I was just alluding to here, a January $130 put. And if you were to do that, like I said, a January $130 put will bring you a healthy little premium of $16, $17 a share, $1,600 to $1,700 a contract. You got 5 of them. Look, you can write 5 for $17 each. That's $8,500. Do you have a credit card bill for $8,500 lying around? You can pay it off today. You can sell your stock and write 5 cash secured puts, bring in this $8,500 additional cash, leaving your $132 in your account, pay off that credit card, and not pay interest of $170 a month, because that's what your interest is right now on $8,500 balance. Not pay $170 for the next 7 months. That is, if I'm not mistaken, $1,100 in interest you're not going to pay to your credit card, which actually means you're getting $1,100 more for this contract. Really, I mean, getting $1,100 more dollars instead of $8,500, you're getting $9,600 because you're not paying interest to the bank and or minimum payments. So there's a way to knock off some credit card debt. I'm just a guy in front of a computer who is extremely tired, as you've probably noted, and just trying to help you find a way to make money in this very confusing and scary time, where the Republicans are saying all is well, Bruce, all is fine. We've just passed one of the most beautiful big bills of all time to make America greater than it ever has been. We've continued the Trump era, the Trump vision for the future for you. There's nothing to worry about. All is well. Nothing to see here. Enjoy life and keep it going. Well, I'm doing the best I can with what little I have, and I welcome you all to the program. I welcome you all to the show. If you're going to become an option writer or continue to be an option writer, you can do rather well. But it's never a dull moment, is it? No. It is never a dull moment. Thank you all again for joining me today from around the world. I wish it were Friday, but it isn't. It's Thursday. I got to work tomorrow too. We get Monday off. So get ready for Monday holiday. Take the extra day. If you're an option writer, you're going to take advantage of writing contracts. You might be wanting to write Tuesday expiry contracts because Monday is a holiday. That's a free day of shrinkage that might pay off nicely for you. Those of you writing weekly expiring contracts, if I can get that word out, you can write weeklies today for next week, Friday. There's only 4 days next week to worry about. So you may want to take advantage of that scenario. Just a guy sitting in front of a computer trying to make sense of it all. Thank you all for being here. We have... how many people here today? We have 166 here. Thank you. 67 thumbs ups. Thank you. And we have 128 people answering the question of the day now. 128. The question is, I found Uncle Bruce's channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, because of, I gave you 4 options. Say GameStop shares, YouTube suggesting Uncle Bruce to me, a friend, a relative told me about Uncle Bruce. And I did research on stock option writing, and that's how I found Uncle Bruce. It all kind of came together. 8% say I found Uncle Bruce because I was doing stock option search information. 6% of you are saying I found Uncle Bruce because a friend, a relative, a coworker told me about him. 28% of you say I found you, Uncle Bruce, because YouTube suggested your channel to me. I was watching something about the markets, and then your channel popped up as a suggestion. I took a look, and here we are. 57% of you are here because of GameStop, and that has been steady, really steady from day one. It's been amazing how many of you have found me because of GameStop, and you're still here because of the insane time that we enjoyed together in 2021, starting in January, where GameStop just blew out and became the talk of the media, and it was, poo-pooed by everybody in the so-called sophisticated world of market coverage and opinions of the stock market, and a whole bunch of you kids were trying to find someone who would talk about GameStop in plain English to give you more than just a flippant little comment about, oh, it's just a brick and mortar, it's going to die. You wanted to get the skinny, and you wanted to hear what was really going on at GameStop. And so you found me, I found you, and quickly I figured out for many of you here, the best idea for many of you into GameStop, because you love the stock long term, you're going to ride this thing forward. Why didn't you get paid to hold it in the meantime? And for so many of you here, it has changed everything about your investing life, because had you not written options in 2021. Call options against your GameStop. Poor man covered calls on GameStop. Cash secured puts a year later. And now credit spreads, put credit spreads. How many gazillions of dollars have been hauled in by these viewers from put credit spreads on GameStop? I mean, there are people here who tell me, Bruce, I mean, come on, man. I write 1 month out put credit spreads all the time on GameStop behind that stock, and they just die and they die, and I make money all the time. I turn them over every 2 weeks, every 10 days. It's like free money. I cannot believe it. Welcome to the party, GameStop players. You're still here. You're still here 4 years later, from 2021 to May of 2025. Thank you all for tolerating your buddy here. Uncle Bruce, Stock Jockey, is here. Welcome to the party, pal. Richard Carlin, the Big E, Aurora, CKT. Andrea is here. Buongiorno, everybody. Eddie Martin is here. Charlie is here. Rice Checks, Mark C, Juan, Chase, Rosita Parker is here. Tom Kaufman, Stock Jockey, Corinne, Meatball, Christina, Mike H. Welcome all. Put tanning beds in hospitals. Problem solved. We have beds available. Yeah. Central Casting. Charlie, you must look good to feel good. You know, a double D. But why can't I look good when I did feel good? A double D. Die. Bobby. I was playing Clash. What was this? Clash Royal Game. GA Chat was talking about Uncle Bruce. That's how I found him. Amazing. Stephen Butler, I think I found TWB, Traveling with Bruce, when I was looking at cruise channels on YouTube, and then Stock Markets with Bruce followed. Travel and the stock market. I thought I can watch this guy and his Jennifer Aniston look-alike wife. Why? This is great. Trish the Dish, there are so many things in this bill that are so dangerous to the American public. It is crazy, Trish. You know too much. You know too much. Trish, Stock Jockey, GameStop has cash. That's right. Trish the Dish, Meals on Wheels are gone. Funds for children's breakfast programs, gone. Well, these are suggestions at the Congress level. Now the question is, Trish, will the Senate follow suit and endorse this? Huge cutbacks to seniors in housing and closing old age homes for marginalized people. There you go. The man says, attacked by facts. Trish, and the pictures that he was showing him, the Trump was showing him, the president of South Africa, were from 2020 genocide that were posted on the Red Cross website. Yeah, talk about insulting someone and an entire country. That is the saddest part about this. John T, yesterday morning, I did 20 call credit spreads expiring May 23rd. These are Qs, by the way, 528 to 531. Okay, we're right now at 514 on the Qs. We've got as low as 511 today already in the pre-market. So we're 514. These are 528.31s. He received 36 cents for the $3 spread. This morning, they're sitting at 8 cents. The first time I've done a few days out expiring on Qs, always only done 0 day to expiry. I got a 2-cent close price set. I'm willing to buy them back for 2 pennies. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. I'll shut it down for a 34-cent profit. 20 times over. That's $34 times 20, $680 return on a commitment of $6,000. Nice return for 2 days. Not bad. Christina, I found Uncle Bruce when GameStop surged. And my wife came home saying, there's this guy on YouTube talking about GameStop. We may want to watch this guy. We were all working from home. It was the height of COVID. Victor, a good day, folks, from sunny Joha. Is that Johannesburg? Welcome, Victor. Good day, folks. Johannesburg. There's the message. Welcome, Victor, and thank you for joining me. I should go to South Africa. I should visit South Africa. I wonder if I can get together with viewers in Johannesburg or Cape Town. I mean, yeah, why not? I should do a meet and greet in South Africa. Hey, Jeff Presley, no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security, increased child tax credits, deregulation, 3 to 5 trillion in new investments in the USA. Jeff is drinking the Kool-Aid. It's all good. There's nothing bad in this bill. It's all good times, Bruce. America has been made whole and great again. And we'll see if it survives the Senate. We'll find out. Shays, I'm number 46. Good morning. Christina, I remember wanting in on the money. I bought in and held. It went up and I held, thinking it was going to the moon. Then I was a bag holder. I didn't know what to do. That's when Uncle Bruce started to suggest writing covered calls. That's right. Andrea, hey, the EU proposed a deal. No tariffs on lobsters imported from the U.S. Ooh, now I feel better, laughing out loud. Charlie, I am charging rent, but SoFi makes me feel like a slumlord. Come on, SoFi, move up or down. Let's go. Christina, I was conflicted, though. I thought he's a shill. This guy, Uncle Bruce, he's a shill. But I was a bag holder, man. I needed to make money, so I did a few at a time. Then I dove all in after I did poor man covered calls on GameStop. There you go. The man says, Andrea B., that's how the tariffs start. I believe tariffs actually started with chicken in the 60s. Christina, because he got the same questions all day long, he decided to make classes. I was all in. I attended in person. I wanted to be able to ask him questions while he was doing the classes live. The rest, as they say, is history. Thank you for that, Christina. Appreciate you letting everyone know, especially the newbies around here. James and Misty Tree, good morning, Lucky 59, free range. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Number 61 today. Good morning, family from Touchgrass. Jeff Sims, if you're saying the U.S. stocks are worthless, what makes the options worth trading? Will the cash secured puts just turn us into bag holders of worthless U.S. stocks? Question. No, there's all kinds of strategies to employ once you become, if you do get exercised and you end up buying stock, you can just resell them and write more cash secured puts. You can start writing covered calls against them. You can sell the stock by deep in the money calls and write cash secured puts. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Write cash secured. I mean, I can't speak fast enough with where my brain is going here. There's so many possibilities, and it's just phenomenal. Stock Jockey, welcome to the party. Bell Murray, out of Tokyo, good morning and good evening, everybody. Bruce fit in a snooze this afternoon. Oh, my God. I need sleep. This long weekend cannot come soon enough. Susan Shops, number 67, thumbs up. Free range. Uncle Bruce, you came into my life at the end of 2020. Oh, so you found me when I had this channel running in May or June of 2020. And by January 21, I went live daily. So, yeah, free range. Welcome and thank you. Charlie, I had to figure out how to make back all the cash I had lost in GameStop when I bought at the high and it dumped off. Well, we've been working on that, haven't we? Crazy 49er. Good morning, all. This is going to be a tough month for me. Lost my father on the 10th of May. Going to be in India to do some last rites. I haven't made any moves because my mind wasn't right. I may take a break. Crazy 49er, man. I can relate to losing a father. I can relate to this. I need a clear mind to make 0 day to expiry moves. I hear you, my friend. All of our condolences to you and your family. It never stops. My father passed away in 2000, and he was 71 when he passed away. And he was supposed to die when he was in his late 40s because he had heart problems. And he had a bypass triple, I think it was, in 84, 85, and miraculously gave him his energy back and gave him a really good 15-year run after that. Good 10 years and then a slow decline, of course. But by 71, his heart had given out. And I think about him every day. It never stops. But I think about him more in a reassuring way, and I take the strength that I was shown by him, the courage that he showed me that he had. He came to Canada in 1952 as a 23-year-old and had $5 in his pocket because you weren't allowed to leave Germany with any money. And he thankfully arrived in Canada into the arms of relatives who had just preceded him in the previous year, and was able to quickly find work. That was not a problem. And became a Canadian citizen in 1957, 58, I guess, and thrived in Canada with hard work. And you think about people in your life that inspire you and drive you forward, and you think about people from your lifetime, what they think of you now, what you're doing now. Is it the right thing? Are you doing what you should be doing? Are you ethically and morally doing what parents expected of you when you were a teenager, a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old? So I think about him all the time. Crazy 49er, you do what you have to do. You'll be fine. It will be a while, but you will move on. And you now set the track going forward. Your father took it to a certain level, and now you have to take it from here. And that's what we all are told as we are younger and getting older. And one day they say, one day you will be the leader of the family, or of your family, or of your section of the family. And now it's up to you to show and make the example for everyone else. So, yeah, the wheel of life, my friend. Thank you so much for your support of this channel, and you just keep in touch with us when you are ready. It's all good, man. We'll be here. Doug, I found Uncle Bruce via YouTube. I follow others on YouTube that preach options on YouTube or YT algorithms. That got me here. The preach options YouTube algorithm. The bagel guy caught my interest, though. There you go. Charlie, my condolences, 49er. Flint Creek, I bought a share of GameStop, my first ever stock. I realized I knew nothing. I bought 3 more shares, and I searched YouTube for GameStop. The third person I clicked to listen, Tom, was Uncle Bruce. Here I am 4 years later. Jeff Glass, I saw hype around Roaring Kitty coming back to YouTube last August, and I figured I'd tune in. When he was delayed, I was looking to see if anyone knew what was happening and found Uncle Bruce. I've been watching ever since. Weber Day, hey, 77 thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Mike H., you forgot tax cuts for the rich and a 70% increase for poor, making $30,000 a year. I think Mike H. is talking to someone about who was drinking the Kool-Aid about this thing. Flint Creek, stick, laugh out loud. Stock. H. Gregory, 85 thumbs up. Bruce 1M, class 1 and 2 practice counts start earning premiums are even juicier under this market. There you go. Premiums absolutely one. Crazy 49er, my dad was 71 also. He had lung disease. Isn't it ironic that our father's ages are the same? It's amazing, isn't it? It's unbelievable. I remember when my father passed, and I was getting calls from friends of my father, people who knew me, of course, as the eldest of the son. And I remember one guy who called me who was really influential in my life. My father's music store manager, the manager of my father's music store. He worked with my father for, I think he worked with my dad for 10 years, at least 10 years. And he was 26 until 36, like in those years. And when he was 26, I was 16 or so. I was about 10 years behind him. And this was like an older brother to me. This guy became like what would have been an older brother in a way, a real mentor. And he showed me, this young man showed me what it was like to be an adult, because I was 16 when I met him. I was just a crazy 16-year-old punk who had been in the music store with my father since I was 10. I'd been in that music store with my dad for years. But then I met this guy. And he and I spent more time together through my 16th year until I was 21 than I did with my dad, because my dad was so busy doing all of his stuff. He didn't need to babysit me every minute anymore. And so I would be in the music store with the manager of the store, and I would be doing the grunt work and learning from this guy. And he was an incredible guitar player. So I was just, I was in heaven with this guy. He was fantastic. And I learned a lot about life through this gentleman because he learned so much from my father. And it was interesting to see the effect that my father had on these young musician type guys coming into the music store. These young kids were 14 to 25 years old from 1965 until I left that area to come to Calgary. That was until 1977. So for that 12-year window, when I was 10 years old until I was 21, I saw 15-year-old boys and 20 to 25-year-old men come into that store and would run into my father or run into my father's manager. And I would watch how they would interact with these guys. And it was absolutely fascinating to me. I saw slivers of the world that none of my best friends ever saw or ever would see. It was truly amazing what I was exposed to. And I just was a fly in the wall. I just shut my yap and listened and watched an 18-year-old young guy talk to my dad or to our manager, or both at the same time. And they would talk musical instruments, and then they would talk about politics, the economy, going to university or not. 18-year-old, 19-year-old men having problems with their parents because the generational gap was full blown. The Vietnam War was a big deal. There were draft dodgers coming into my father's store, which I didn't realize that some of these guys were Americans draft dodging the war. They came to Canada to not get drafted. And they would come in to talk to this gray-haired guy, my father, for advice. At the time, it didn't occur to me how deep this was, how important this was, how desperately these young men needed a father figure to talk to because their fathers in America had kicked them out, won't talk to them, whatever the issue. Absolutely fascinating world in which I lived. So I grew up from my as a 10, 12-year-old to a 21-year-old with a double dose of my father's influence. And I saw the results firsthand through the manager and the customers who kept coming back and kept coming back. And you were a customer of my dad's music store. You didn't go to another music store. There was no other place to go because it was more than just a music store. That stuck with me forever to this very day. Yeah, there you go. Amazing. My father only had to fire ever one guy in all the years that guys worked for him. No one ever quit the music store in protest or had to leave because of misconduct. And ex-employees would keep coming back to say hi, and it would be, "How you doing? What's going on?" That stuck with me too. Talk about not burning a bridge. Very fascinating. Anyway, you take this with you. Crazy 49er, thank you for sharing, and you hang in there. Swear, GameStop shares exactly due to someone commenting at eToro's GameStop comment section who was posting Uncle Bruce's link, and my English was at that time completely god awful. Jeff, I didn't know what an option was before I found Uncle Bruce. Bought some classes and wrote my first cash secured puts on SoFi and Rocket Lab. A week later, I've written hundreds and I've made thousands since. Splair, I think with my low amount of cash, I haven't even wrote 100 calls yet, but it's interesting to listen actually to Uncle Bruce about the old days. There you go. Thank you all for being here today, hanging out with us. We're opening in 15 minutes. We're just kind of waiting to see what the market wants to do. At the moment, it's trying to do a recovery. It's trying to put a lipstick on a pig right now. We're down about 60 on the Dow instead of down 200. The S&P was negative. It's now positive 2 points, and NASDAQ is up 57 points. So the market is desperately trying to, hey, it's not so bad. It's going to be all right. America's going to be great again. I'm waiting for the European markets to close in a couple hours, and we'll really see what, now what do we have? Did you hear about Nike this morning? They announced a 7% average price increase for their entire shoe line. Tariffs, baby. Tariffs. Vietnamese made shoes and elsewhere in Asia. The price increases are coming to a store near you. Target is raising their prices. Walmart is going to raise their prices. Costco is going to do it. Everybody will pass it on. There will be no, we eat the tariff bullshit. None of that. I forget about that. No, you're going to pay. We're all going to pay. Well, you in America, I'm sorry to say, you in America are going to pay. Now, Canadians, where I come from, Nike's come into Vancouver for the Canadian market. They're not going to be 7% more expensive than Canada. Canada didn't impose tariffs on Vietnam in the last month. Canada and Vietnam have a very, very active trading arrangement. Canada sells wheat, barley, lumber, all kinds of products, plus a lot of software and high-tech stuff. And when we buy from Vietnam, anything they can make at a decent price. Canadians aren't stupid. They'll buy Nikes from Vietnamese manufacturers and other shoe manufacturers that import into Canada, not necessarily the brand names, but off-brand. And Canadians are buying sneakers for $20 a pair, $30 a pair that would cost $40, $50 a pair to make in Canada by the time they were to be retailed. Canadians know a good deal when they see one. It's all good. I'm just a guy telling you the way it is. Of course, Canadians are importing from Europe, importing from China, importing from the rest of the planet, and exporting to the rest of the planet without tariffs like America is. Canada's economy is growing. Canada's economy is firing up. Canadians are busy as can be with the rest of the world. If Americans are going to find that Canadian goods are too expensive, Canadians will find somewhere else to sell their stuff. Canadian maple syrup sells worldwide. It doesn't need to go to just Americans. Canadian lumber is needed everywhere. Canadian wheat, not a problem to sell Canadian wheat. Oats, barley, canola, you name it. Yeah, Canada can sell worldwide. And so they just shift to where the business is from where the business isn't, I suppose. James of the Misty Tree, today's ad was a first. On your channel, Uncle Bruce, I get ads. Elite Trucking Company. I guess they want us to eat a bagel while driving a big rig, I guess. Laughing out loud. We had price rises here. I bought on Discord a discount, I think, at €150 a package after 8. A week later, they're $3.99. Now, instead of tomatoes, went down to $3.50 a kilo to $1.50. Yeah, well, certain things will adjust as the American participation in the supply chain will lessen. There's fewer American goods to places, and fewer goods to America is the reality. And so an entire slowdown in the U.S. economy is happening from two angles, imports and exports. And for the United States average American, it's really bad news. And for the American dollar, it is really bad news. And for American interest rates, it's really bad news. What is not being fully comprehended yet, but will eventually, is just how ugly it gets. Because we haven't seen anything yet. We've seen absolutely nothing yet of the carnage that is coming to the American consumer. Innocent American consumers who did nothing wrong. They made one mistake, but they only found out after the fact that one thing you did last November is now coming to get you from every possible angle imaginable, and that's the way it is. But you had a choice to make, and you went one way versus another. That's all. And again, not everyone, just enough went one way versus the other way to give us what we now see. Just saying. I'm just a guy in front of a computer saying, hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time to answer my question of the day. 175 of you already have answered the question of the day here. I found Uncle Bruce's channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, because of what? 4 choices. GameStop, 59%. YouTube suggesting Uncle Bruce's channel to me, 24%. a friend or relative, somebody told me about him, 6%. I did a search about stock options, and I was digging up information, and boom, 11% found me because of search engines. 176 of you are answering that question today. Thank you so far. 106 of you have gone the extra mile and said, Uncle Bruce, despite you ranting and raving and talking about your dad and everything else, I'm giving you a thumbs up today. 106 thumbs ups have come in. There are 195 watching right now. So about 90 people are reserving a thumbs ups and holding it for hostage, whether I'm going to get it or not. I sure hope you decide to hit that thumbs up button and answer my question of the day, please. Tell me, how did you find me, you guys? How did you find me out there? I would love to know, how on the earth did you ever come across this tiny little channel on YouTube? I don't even have 100,000 subscribers. I'm still losing subscribers. I had 106,000 at the height of COVID. Now I'm down to 81,000. And you found me anyway. Unbelievable. I'm shrinking as far as YouTube is concerned. But I got a diehard group here of option writers who are saying, you know what I've done, Uncle Bruce? Since I found you and this channel, I've taken your classes. I take your classes when you run them. I'm live. I'm like there, but I've also watched all the others. I've done a one-on-one with you. I've done 3 of them. I've done 6 of them. I've done 8 of them. I'm going to keep doing one-on-ones with you. Because all the money I've sent you, I've brought hundreds of times back. It's unbelievable. I wrote $2,000 worth of options. As soon as I spent $400 on a couple of your classes, I brought in $2,000. Like, it was like a no-brainer. And I'm bringing in thousands a month of revenue dollars by writing options. I cannot believe how many hundreds of contracts I have written since I found you. And I know there are viewers here who have written tens of thousands of contracts since they found this channel in 2021. Tens of thousands of contracts. I'm not kidding. There are people here writing 200 at a time, 300 at a time. Good for a week, good for a day, good for 3 weeks, a month, and the turnover and the rollovers. It's unbelievable how many contracts have been written here. How many millions of dollars have viewers taken out of the option market because of this channel? Tens of millions of dollars. It is shocking how much money you guys have taken off the street from gamblers. And there are $5 trillion out there. Go after all the millions you want. You're not going to drain those guys. You cannot drain the buyers of contracts of their money. There aren't enough of you here, and you're not writing enough contracts. Even if you've gone from writing 3, 4, 5 at a time to now writing 10 or 20 at a time, you are a nothing burger. You are absolutely not on the radar screen. You do not exist. If you write 50 to 100 at a time, you don't count. You do not matter. The market is that big, and it's growing faster than you can imagine. And for some of you out there, you're saying to yourself, Uncle Bruce, I'm bringing in 30, 40, 50,000 a month. 50,000 a month I'm bringing in income from option writing. And it makes no damn difference. The market is so massively massive. It's growing bigger than the amount that I've grown it for myself. It's unbelievable. Those of you who are only bringing in 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, you've barely started. You've done nothing yet. The minute you write enough contracts to make 10,000 a month, I have news for you. You're a nothing burger. It's okay to be a nothing burger and make 120,000 a year. It's okay. Yes, kids, you're going to make millions here if you play your cards right. You stick around here long enough and you buy into the program about being a conservative option writer, you're going to be in this market for the rest of your life. You're going to watch people come and go. You're going to probably notice already, you've probably noticed already at your office, at your place of employment, in your family, you have noticed friends, relatives, and coworkers, and anyone else, people come and go. They got into the market during COVID, and they're not in the market anymore. They tried it, and it didn't work for them. They did everything wrong. They were gamblers hoping to score a touchdown on one trade, and they searched vehemently and desperately every YouTube channel they could find, finding that one guru that would tell them the one trade that all you have to do is buy this stock on Tuesday morning, and by Friday afternoon, you're a multimillionaire. They were looking for that person, thinking that that person exists somewhere, and they're still searching, and they're never going to find him. You guys find this old fart who sits here and says, why don't you take a couple $100 at a time off the table? Why don't you make $300 a day? That's $6,000 a month. Why don't you take $500 a day off the table? That's $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year. Add that to your income. Does that make a difference in your life? I hope so. I would think it would, because I'm not dealing here with billionaires. If you're making $120,000 at work and you can make $120,000 writing options on top of that, you are in a different demographic than you were before. And you're not going to make $10,000 a month and stop there. It's going to go to 15 a month. It's going to go to 20 a month. It's going to go to 30 a month. It doesn't ever stop growing. If you're doing it the way I tell you to do it, you're going to become millionaires. It's just a matter of time and a matter of trades. And as you compound your growth, some of you don't realize that you're actually already in the millionaire club, because you're already generating that kind of revenue that's going to take you past $1 million a year in revenue later this year, next year. You're going to be making $1.5 million to $2.5 million 5 years from now, every year, and you don't realize it. You're talking yourself out of it. You're just going, oh, I can't fantasize like that. Oh, I got to stop thinking like that, Bruce. I got to get back to reality. Well, the reality is that today you're making money now that you never thought you would make as an option writer. You never thought possible, because you never heard about it. No one told you about it anywhere. That is the reality. Sorry, kids. Welcome all to the program. Okay. All right. Juan, hey, sorry for your loss, Crazy 49. And this is Juan V. I lost my dad back in 1990 when he was 76. And we all miss him and them. We miss them all. Splair, honestly, if this continues, I will search for a Euro stock to write against here. Doughboy, good morning, everybody. I'm 107. Splair, I get lately always a 210 sub and lose them a few hours later. I don't know what that means. Welcome on. Jeff Glass, Uncle Bruce, you should start the program praising Dear Leader every morning to get those MAGA thumbs ups early. That's what you should do. You should bow in the direction of Washington. Mandu number 5, 119. Good morning, everybody. Ed, I just had a notification on my account. An analyst seems to have jumped ship from the hold category and moved to outperform. Jeff Glass, JR is here saying hi to Jeff Glass. Split, I need $5,000 a month to start a new company on the side that adds income to, makes a better picture. Jeff, JR, good morning, everybody. Let's make that moolah. That's right, Jeff. Welcome, my friend. That's right. We're a minute away, everybody. Jeff, JR, number 124. Ed, Crazy 49er, I'm sorry for your loss. Savage Wall Street, hey, tips are being, are going to be, taxes are being paid on overtime. Taxes are being paid on Social Security. Medicaid has been slashed. The VA has major cuts. Why is the clown saying otherwise? Trump played y'all. Crazy 49er, thank you for all of your thoughts, everyone. Oh, you're more than welcome, my friend. Hey, Ed, SoFi, that is, someone pushed it to outperform. Thank you very much. Well, happy to see that. We're coming into the opening here. We're down 115, I guess, on the market. The Dow down 115, down 7 on S&P. We're up 14 on Nasdaq. It's a mixed thing. The market's trying to figure itself out, and we'll see what the quotes are here in a few moments. Doug, I'm only doing $3,000 to $4,000 a month on option writing for now. I guess I haven't done the deep dive yet, but I feel it coming. Only been here 6 months though. $3,000 to $4,000 a month is $36,000 to $48,000 a year. In 6 months, that's your annual pace already. If you double this in the next 6 months, which is a lot easier than going from 0 to this, you're going to be at $72,000 to $100,000 a year in the next 6 months. A year later, you're going to be $250,000 a year. You're going to be making $5,000 a week. It's just it's a done deal, Doug. It's a done deal. It's baked in. There's no doubt about it in my mind. ALA, neat, DH Ruda, neat, Mandu number 5. The bells. Thank you, everybody. Doug, hey, condolences to Crazy 49er on his loss. I know the feeling all too well. We know this. If you're over 50, you know what we're talking about. You're over 40, you know what's happening here. Life continues. We cannot stop it. The clock will not stop. You only go once and it's over. You got to make your money now. Become an option writer and take advantage of these dollars that are being handed to you for free. You cannot not take the money. DAC, neat. Alluring ALA. Sorry to hear about Crazy 49er. Wishing you and your family strength at this difficult time. Very kind words from all. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for joining us today. Great to have you with us. We're down about, I guess, 96 to start the session. We'll see what this market does here as we can get through the first 10 minutes. And then the first hour we'll really measure it. We're up 130 on the Qs at 514. We were down to 510 this morning or something. Let's wait an hour or two and see what the Qs are showing us really before you want to make any kind of 0 day to expiry commitments here. Fun times. Any of you who have written 0 day to expiries that expire tomorrow, next week, the week after, of course you're watching this every time, every minute, every hour. You may find the first hour might be perfect for you or it might not. You'll wait it out and you'll see what happens. Welcome all. We're down now 47, down 65. The Dow's jumping 20 points, 1 second to another. We're all over the place. Down 4.5 on S&P. Gold down $1.20. The VIX is up 21 now to 21.08, and oil down 91 cents a barrel. There it is. Welcome everybody to the program. Good to see you this morning, and again, thank you for joining us today. Bobby Atkinson, hey, what are your thoughts on solar panel companies, Uncle Bruce? The SEDG stock I've been following is finally dropping from its earnings run-up. I have a mixed feeling about solar stocks. The solar industry is another feeling. I feel so good about solar panels. I love seeing solar panels on rooftops, especially down here in California where it's sunny all the time. I cannot believe that there's any resistance to putting up solar panels. I cannot fathom the resistance of it. They make no noise. They last decades. They're improving them all the time. They don't spew filth into the air all the time, toxins into the air all the time. A drop of rain falls on a solar pad and evaporates. There ain't no pollution here. Electricity is generated from a star that we circulate. It's always been there. It'll always be there in our lifetime. This is free energy, in my opinion. You set it up and it's free energy. I cannot understand in this day and age how there is any resistance to this, like from anywhere. Makes no sense. From a national security point of view, this is the greatest asset to national security almost ever invented. Electricity. You can have electricity on the roof of any structure or beside a structure in a field, and it's portable. It can be put on vehicles. It can be transported to the middle of nowhere, and you can unfold a bunch of panels all around your RV and generate more electricity than you can ever need, storing your battery systems up for days of energy, if not more, again, depending on the kind of rig you're talking about. And you can drive with it, eat with it, air condition with it. I mean, my God, electricity, Jesus. Armies, defense departments, barracks, soldiers in the middle of nowhere. You can set up these invisible to see from the air solar panels. I mean, they can be camouflaged beautifully. I mean, I don't. There are so many. What's the word I'm looking for? There's such a huge percentage of the world not embracing this technology to exploit it to the max that it is pathetic to me. And it makes me angry when I see the third world lagging behind, when all they got to do is, with the United Nations backing and easy money found, I mean, it can be done financially without the graft and without bribes. You can bring in a solar farm into a third world country and produce electricity for millions of people very quickly and easily and low cost forever, and watch the economy take off in a certain region. It just blows me away. Water treatment plants, hospitals, education facilities, the ability to take a nation with nothing and make it incredibly popular. Like Cuba, I cannot understand why Cuba isn't covered in solar panels. What the hell are they growing sugar for? There's cane sugar everywhere. Grow electricity in these fields. You could still grow cane sugar anyway. I can't understand why the country of Cuba has power outages. You don't need cable power lines between power plants and houses and businesses. Every house and business has its own system on its own roof, facilitated by battery systems in the community that guarantee days of power, even through hurricanes. There's ways to make this work. I can't believe how many billions of dollars are wasted by people and investors into nuclear power plants. The toxins from these will last forever. We are killing ourselves with this nonsense. And yet there's this power available. It just blows my mind. Is the solar business absolutely perfect in every way? No. No. Can you recycle this stuff? Yes, you can. Depending on where you look, you'll see certain countries and regions with an incredibly efficient recycle program for solar panels. But you got to build it into the deal. You've got to take the entire package and make it work. But that requires governments that are stable, that have funding, and that don't have election outcomes that completely wipe out the last administration's ideas for your ideas, and vice versa. You play that game, you go nowhere. You go nowhere, and you sink in the rankings. Unfortunately, certain communist countries and dictatorship countries where they have an iron fist, they can do 25-year plans. They can do 25-year build-outs and make it work. And the freedom-loving people out there are going, oh, that's tyranny and all that. Yeah, well, then be a mediocre player in the game, I guess. There are homes in America, Canada, England, Germany. There are towns, communities, regions of the Western world that have adapted to solar in a complete package way. And it's made a huge difference. But they've invested in it. They were not shaken out. But it requires a real dedication to the cause. Just saying. RV owners out there, I'm amazed at some of these crafty, individual handymen, handywomen who put panels on their vans. They put solar panels on their Class A's, Class B's. They have solar panels that they have in storage underneath their rig. They've got them on the roof. They get to a Bureau of Land Management place, and then they pull out of underneath their rig, they pull out solar panels that they now stand up on little stands all around their rig, and they haul in 3,000 watts of power, whatever the numbers, I don't know the numbers, but more than they can use, as much as they need for everything. And they store up their batteries at the same time. So when they leave and go to their next location, they have days of power on them that they'll use. And yet, I don't know, I just can't believe it. It'll get to the point where there will be RVers out there driving electric RVs powered from the sun, to which they're exposed all the time. They won't have to go to a charging station ever. They won't need to go to a charging station. That's coming, but I'm just a guy in front of a computer going, hey, what can I say? Kind of wish this condo had solar panels. Because if they had solar panels in this condo, they would be charging batteries in the garage. They'd be all fully charged up. I will come back from a run in the Tesla, and I need 50 miles to top up my battery. And I'll just plug in my battery, my car, into the wall, which draws power from the batteries and the solar panels up there. And for 5 miles an hour, overnight, 10 hours later, the car's charged up. At 5 in the morning, the vehicle is at full charge. It's got 250 miles on it. Where am I going? I put on 20 miles. That's an accomplishment around here. Not needing any voltage from any grid whatsoever. That could be happening today, but isn't. And that's the sad part about it. The United States and Canada, we are so freaking smart. We are so freaking ingenious. We invented this stuff, and we don't employ it. And we rely on fossil fuel burning plants to make electricity, or hydro, or nuclear. It's ridiculous. Wind is wind, and solar is solar. It just blows my mind. When I'm overseas and I see solar being utilized at a maximum, in a maximum way, I am impressed. I tip my cap. And when I see wind farms off the coast of Denmark, off the coast of the Netherlands, off the coast of Belgium, off the coast of England, off the coast of Germany in the North Sea, and I see the amount of wattage that these wind farms are generating. My God, it's unbelievable. The amount of coal they are not burning, the amount of nuclear they're not building. I'm impressed. I am really impressed. But solar brings it to the point where every house, theoretically, every subdivision of a neighborhood could be self-reliant on its own electricity. You don't even need a grid. Can you imagine how much money you'd save if you didn't have power lines across the United States and Canada? You know how much copper you're not using up? All those wires, those towers, all the maintenance over millions of miles, all not required. That can all be recycled and used for other purposes. My God. Incredible. It just blows my mind. Anyway, I'm just a guy. What are your thoughts on solar companies? Unfortunately, if the company is caught up in the game where politicians can kill the business overnight with a rule change, they take away grants that were supposed to last and encourage the business to grow, and then they kill it, politically kill it. That's the problem right there. B. Tizzle, Bobby, does SEDG still focus primarily on the investments, or are they more into actual panels? Susan Shops, you and your family, the best to you. Thank you, Susan Shops, to Crazy 49er. Tom, old money won't let renewables happen. Charlie, market's trying to go green. Well, there you go. It's almost like solar companies shouldn't exist. It's almost like the state of California should own and operate through a state corporation everything solar for everybody. And then it's all compensated for everybody. So it might be cheaper to install solar in this neighborhood than this area, but we're going to pool it all together for the average cost for the state. That's socialism. But then everyone gets it, and everyone has the tax breaks. Everyone pays an electric rate that's affordable and reliable and won't go up in price as much as traditional. But you cannot convince Americans to do something like that. That is socialistic. That's communistic. It's not going to happen. In Canada, it doesn't happen. In Alberta, where I come from, we have a premier who's trying to kill the solar and wind business because it's oil and gas up there. She is so deep into the buttholes of these oil and gas guys that she won't allow anything to do with renewables. It is pathetic. And she's also trying to do separation from Canada, which is just, this gal has got to go. But in any event, it is what it is. I'm just a guy in front of a computer. Hey, I just want you to get richer writing options, okay? I just want you to get richer writing options. We're down 1.4 points, down a half a point, breaking even on the Dow. There's nothing going on. We're down 2 on S&P. We're up 37 on NASDAQ. We're not going anywhere. We're not up 1,000 points. Have you noticed the 800-point loss from yesterday? We can't seem to recover it, any of it. We might go down 1,000 points today once the realization is we're not going to go higher. We're not recovering from the loss yesterday because the bond guys are still dumping U.S. currency assets. It's a delayed effect sometimes on the market, but it's there. It's ugly. We're down. Now we're down 23 points, just as I'm yapping away. That's not because of me. It's just the way it is. I'm just a guy. The Qs are up 96 cents or something, 47 cents or something. I don't know. They could go red badly. We'll see what happens. Spiders are down 10 cents. SoFi is up 17 to 12.97. GameStop is up 75 cents to 28.80. Remember, we were 29 yesterday several times. We can't break it and hold it. Well, here we are, 28.80. What's going to happen? Rocket Lab down 72 cents. ASTS up 2 cents. MSTR up 11.94. AI is up 11. SMCI down 25. NVIDIA up 9. Tesla up 75 cents. Palantir up $1.20. Google up 4.80. Apple down 165. Microsoft up 4.40. Meta unchanged. All right, Broadcom down 93. Amazon is down a nickel a share here at the moment. We're down 44 on the Dow now. We're up 50 cents on Qs, and we're down 70 on Spiders. It's a mixed thing. The NASDAQ is holding a 36-point gain. That's it at the moment. Savage of Wall Street. Boo! I just sold one Enphase $40 cash secured put expiring in September, and some degenerate just gave me $850 on an Enphase option. My goodness. What's the Enphase doing right now? Enphase, $39.45. He just wrote a $40 cash secured put at the money for $850. Oh my, you're giving me money. Oh, I'm okay. I'll take this. Oh my God. Yeah, unbelievable. You got 40 grand lying around. You can bring in 8,500 against it for September at the money contract. Oh my God, is there shrinkage there? Holy moly. Sometimes you just have to take gifts. Savage, you just have to take the money. There's a Four Seasons somewhere that'll take you in. They'll take you in from the harsh, brutal conditions out there. You and family with those little kids. Oh my God. Jump in the pool. Have a good time. Well done. The Qs are up 54 cents. Well. 513.50, 513.45, something like that. The Dow down 67 points. NASDAQ now up only 20 points. All right, that's what I see here. Down days, you see down dips on stocks. You write cash secured puts. You see you buy back calls. You see an up move, you write covered calls, and you buy back cash secured puts. It's a revolving wheel of making money. It's just a revolving wheel of getting richer. Some of you here are now looking at accounts where this month you're going to bring in 20 grand in premiums from option writing. You just know for a fact that's what you're going to do this month. And you then think about where you were a year or two ago and you go, oh my God, as things changed around here. I had no idea I'd be doing this. This is unreal. A Savage says, boom, I sold 10 Rivian $20 covered calls. These expire Jan 26. They gave me 220 for 20s. Thank you very much. Andrea, hey, Uncle B, my Meta 652.5 to 655 call credit spread is going to expire tomorrow. I have to wait to get something out of it. Meta, let's take a look at Meta right at the moment. Where are we at here? 636 on Meta, and she has 652 to 655 calls that die tomorrow. These die. They will die completely tomorrow. This is Thursday. You might be buying them back late today already. Look, you're out of the money here. Giddy up there, Andrea. I think you're doing quite all right, I'm sure. I'm sure you're doing okay. Let's take a look at this contract. Meta 636.85. and we pop up the contract. Can I even see contracts that die tomorrow? Will they even show me this? I don't know if they will. May contracts. Can I get May contracts to pop up on my market watch? I don't know. Let's see. It says no data available. Oh, here we go. Expiring tomorrow. Here we go. Covered calls. Let me look at that again. Your comment. Where am I? Here we are. 652 to 655. Okay, 652.50 to 6. Here we are. 652.50. The 652.50s are 102 to 109 last I saw. And the 655s are 77 to 82 cents. Now, they were trading at 80 cents. They're down 41. And the 652s are down 52 cents. So they're both falling off the page right now. Obviously, the 55s can only drop 70 more cents. The 52 and a halves can drop $1. So there's spread coming your way. The question, of course, is how deep are you into this trade? And that's the question. I have some 650 and 655s expiring next week as well. 650s and 655s next week. Well, let's take a look at those. Those would be the May 30s. Let's see, 650 call contract. 650s are 580 to 595. They're down 84 cents today. The 55s are 430, 465. They're down $1 today. So both of these are crapping out. And they're going to lose ground, of course. So the spread now is $1.60 something, $1.65 at the moment is what the spread looks to me to be. But they are both losing value here. Mind you, the stock now is up 155. So we'll see. Obviously, the ones that die tomorrow are obviously front and center where your attention lies for obvious reasons. And you're nicely ahead of the market here is where you want to be. With a 102 bid on the 652s and a 77-cent bid on the 655s. So, yeah, was that 25-cent spread right now is what's left on them as they both continue to deteriorate with time running out. Nice. Andrea, I want you making nothing but money. Savage of Wall Street. Boom! I sold 3 Riot $10 covered calls that expired Jan 26 for $225. May I have another? Those of you out there who are casually watching me or you're new at this, you want to know how Savage is doing, take a look at these comments he's made now here in the last 5 minutes. Replicate some of these trades in your practice account and see for yourself he's going to make any money. Do you have to believe him? You don't. You can follow it. Boom, he says, just sold 2 GameStop. $35 covered calls. GameStop's $29 a share. He sold them for January 26 expiry. He got $5. He's getting 5 cash for a $35 call. 6 out of the money. He's getting $5. All air. Let's go. I don't have to work today. I got time today to make money, Bruce. I just brought in $1,000 on that. Wow. That's an excellent write. That's an excellent way to write cash secured puts. Easy peasy money. Look, are you making 50% return? No. But it's what, 17% return for a January expiry. He's not going to wait until January to close this thing out. If the shares are sitting at $28, $29, $30 a month from now, these are 4. 2 months from now, they're 3. He's going to be up 40% on this trade. He's going to make more than that. It's up to him. But yeah, way to go, Savage. Hey, people around here are making money. They're showing you how you can make money writing options if only you knew how to do it. Is there somewhere you could go to get some lessons in plain English where you could just somehow find a guy who will hold your hand, take you to a website like, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca? Is there a place like that anywhere in existence? And once you go there, what does it look like? Is there a friendly face waiting for you going, hey there, hey? And then you click on the classes section and you go, oh, attention students, class is in session. Oh my God, is there really a place for me to learn how to write options? What are they all about? How do they work? Oh, lesson number 1, lesson number 2. Oh my God, Uncle Bruce, you're my savior. You're better than the orange guy. You're actually showing me how to make money in this crazy market. Look at these lessons. Income from writing put contracts. What? Credit spreads? What? What are you talking about? I don't understand it. Uncle Bruce, what is all this poor man cover call writing strategies to quit your day job? What the hell is that all about? Is that communism? What are you talking about here? Rollover strategies. No one tells me about that. Stink offer, stink bids. What the hell are those? Psychology of the markets. What is that all about? Advanced poor man cover call strategies. How to make money without people's money. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't believe all these different classes. Are they really available? Yes, they are. Can I make you take them? Nope. Can I force you to take them? No. Do you have to buy all of them? No. You can buy one at a time. You can watch one class a week if you want. Watch one class a day if you want. Watch two a day. I don't care. It's up to you. How fast do you want to get into this? How fast do you want to do what Savage does, where you say, boom, I just wrote some contracts and made a pile of money here, Uncle Bruce. I do or do not own stock. I can't believe it, Uncle Bruce. I'm taking $20,000 and I'm writing 5 $20 cash secured puts on 10 grand, and I'm bringing in $2,000. That's 20% of my money for like a 3-month time frame here. This is, hey man, I only gave you $400 for classes number 1 and 2, and I'm bringing in $2 grand on my first trade. What? You'll be doing this for the rest of your life. Welcome everybody. Unlike Mr. Takagi, you guys keep forgetting that if you don't learn how to write options, you're like this guy right here. You're not going to be joining us for the rest of your life because you're not learning how to write stock options. And I'm sorry, Hans Gruber is going to tell you all he won't be joining us for the rest of his life. It was a shame to ruin his suit. For those of you who learn how to write options, it's Liberation Day. This is what Liberation Day is. This is not April the 2nd in the White House, okay? This is true Liberation Day, where you learn how to write stock options and free yourself from the prison that you've been locked up in for 23 years in this man's case. You become this guy right here. You become the option writer. And when you visit banks, if you do visit banks, you visit banks because they're paying you money. That's why you visit banks. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm trying to take you from this guy to this guy, not this guy. Come on. Let's go, kids. Learn to make money on shrinkage. For some, shrinkage isn't such a good thing. For others, shrinkage makes you rich. And when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious, well, you know what? And don't upset the Knights of Knee. Don't forget to give them knee emojis. It's the one thing you need to understand is keep the emojis coming, because the Knights of Knee are all powerful. Even Crusaders bow in front of the Knights of Knee. Don't mess with these guys. I think about things to worry about when there's nothing to worry about. Welcome all to the show. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm down here. Where are you hanging out? This is where I hang out in the winter. Is it this pretty where you are? Are you doing this kind of weather all year round? I'm about to return to Calgary where it's going to be like this. Maybe not like this, but hey, have any of you ever been able to do this kind of a lifestyle? This is okay. Sunsets around here, kind of nice. Learn how to write options and take a different life into your hands. Absolutely. Don't forget about the Twinkie. What about the Twinkie? What about the giant Twinkie? Yes. Don't forget to have fun around here. We're trying to have fun around here. Thank you for joining us and being here. Like I said, we're just trying to make some money. Savage of Wall Street here says, I just sold 2 NVIDIA $150 covered calls expiring on January, and some poor degenerate gambling idiotic sap just gave me $15 a share for these. That's $3,000. Oh, thank you. May I have another? Take my NVIDIA from me for 165 a share. You're welcome. It was no trouble on my end. Oh, yeah, baby. Taking the family to Tahoe tomorrow. There you go, Boeing Tiger. Neat, 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 Big E. The neat, neat emojis was a zzz at the end. Susan Shops, Bruce, does this look good to you? Triple Qs, covered calls, call credit spreads, actually. Call credit spreads expiring tomorrow. I'm thinking about writing a 525 with the market at 516. And I'm going to buy a 535. I'm going to get a 52-cent credit. The right premium 56 cents. The buy is 5 cents. This looks too cheap at a nickel. Q's 515. I don't want to get assigned. That is a good trade. That is a very good trade. Yeah. You could look at that. Let the market keep going up right now. If the market wants to keep climbing, 516 wants to go to 517, 518, then you will write 525 35s. You'll write 527s 37s. You might write 538 48s. You'll 28 38s. Just gonna let this market go up a little more, and then take a look at that. You might find that 52-cent credit at even higher strikes for tomorrow expiry. A cutting edge. I wrote $10 cash ticket puts on Riot for $1,200 for 1 month. I took 12% for 1 month. This is a nice little move. Right on cutting edge. Rock and roll, baby. Making money, taking the money. We're up 41 on the Dow. Is it a dead cat bounce? I don't know. We're up 14 on S&P. We're up 145 on NASDAQ. The VIX are still positive, 18. That's not good. Oil down 95 cents. Gold down 18.40. That's what we got. A little buy wave. For some of you, that might be your opportunity to create a credit call spread, a call credit spread on Qs or SPY or favorite stocks, all expiring tomorrow. Or some of you might write contracts that expire next week, the 30th, because Monday is a holiday. Only a 4-day week next week. We'll see what happens. Bobby, I purchased 100 shares of SEDG at 15.05, and I sold it January 26, expiry $20 strike, $4.95 out of the money for $3.10. Bobby, your generosity overcomes everything about you. You're willing to pay $15 for a stock. You're willing to sell it for $20 if you get $3 up front. So you're willing to sell a $15 stock for $23 a share between now and January. That is how generous of a person you are. That is inspiring. There are children in grade school that should be bowing to your image on the blackboard. That is a $8.10 gain, 8.05 gain on a $15 position. Man, are you a nice guy or what? I mean, geez, you're a nice guy. That's more than 50% profit in 6 months, 7 months. Yeah, you want to be exercised so bad, don't you? Oh my God, yes. One V cutting edge. That's a juicy $1,200, buddy. Nice going. Yeah, put up 100 shares and bring in your trade, and cutting edge, put up 10 grand and get $1,200. Thank you for a 1 month exposure trade. This is a good one, cutting edge, and same with Bobby. And then there's our friend here, our friend is Susan Shop. She's looking at opportunities. Right now we're at 517 on the Qs. Susan, take a look at the 26s, 36s, or 27s and 37s. Take a look at those. And maybe that's the way you want to go. Absolutely. Giddy up, everybody. Yeah, home sales fell unexpectedly in April as prices inched higher. Buyers are gaining power, it says. It's a headline. Okay. Well, we'll see about that. If house sales keep falling unexpectedly, it's not good for the economy. We'll see about that. Nice going there, guys. These are beautiful writes. I think some of you kids took the lessons. I think that's what you've done. You took the lessons on how to do this, and now you're doing it. And here's $1,200 for cutting edge. That's 6 classes right there. You can buy 6 classes with that money. Bobby, he's taking in $800 if he gets exercised. That's 4 classes. Bobby won't be working much longer. There you go. Auntie Jen, how are you today?
Your picture should be on the blackboard and children should know
In
who
grade
you
school,
are.
they should be bowing to Bobby, going, Bobby Atkinson, you are the source of my vision and my upside. I hate my mommy. I hate my daddy. You're my daddy. I want you to be my daddy. Yes. Yeah,
I think those little babies are coming along just fine.
I got a little thingy here. You can't see it. It's a thingy.
It's a thing.
It's a thingy. Welcome everyone to the thingy. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard Carlin.
Good morning, Richie.
The market's been wishy-washy all morning.
It has. I can't believe they passed it.
Oh, by one vote, 215 to 214. Huge majority of the Congress voted in favor of this bill.
Strong-arming tactics going on there. That's politics.
My God, I can't believe it. Richard Carlin, look at that notice right there. It's been a member of this channel for 50 months. 50 months.
50 months.
50 months. Gold bagel level member. Wow.
That's almost my longest relationship.
Whew. Whew. We're just friends. Apparently, the relationship's over. We're friends now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Thank you, Richard, for letting us know how long you've been a member of this channel. Also, 140 of you have given us a thumbs up. Thank you for that. And 231 people have answered the question of the day.
All right. And it was.
Here's the question of the day. I found Uncle Bruce's channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, because of GameStop, 60% of you.
Right.
YouTube suggesting Uncle Bruce, 23%.
Okay.
A relative or friend told me about Uncle Bruce, 6% of those.
Okay.
And I did a search about writing stock options, and I found Uncle Bruce because I was doing a search, 11%.
And you just popped right up.
And it popped up there, and I kind of checked them out, and I went, whoa, wait a minute.
It just popped into your brain.
How much money are these people making? They're doing what? No way. Then you hung around a while, and you opened up a practice account, and you replicated some of the trades you're reading about here, and you're going,
and
holy crap.
What'd you do, Ray?
What did you do, Ray? What about the Twinkie? Yes, that's right. You wrote options in a practice account. You saw them crash in price, and you realized how much money you would have made, and you went, what about the Twinkie? What about the Twinkie? Yes, I want in on this deal. Welcome all to the show. Lorraine is here, number 135. She was waiting for Jen to show up before she gave me a thumbs up. Hello, Lorraine. Susan shops those 527s and 537s is 32 credit with the Qs at 517. Well, just keep an eye on it. The markets are still going up. Let it keep going for you. You might end up writing these. Maybe if you can get 40 cents for them or something. I don't know. The further out, the better. But I love this trade. This is an interesting trade. Okay, Henry T. Did I miss the wild rides? Uncle Bruce, Susan shops.
No, I think the wild ride is still coming today.
Those 525s. Wow. Gisette, number 140. Susan shops. The other one's now 60 cents, by the way. One, C3, cash secured put suggestions. What do you think about that AI stock, Uncle Bruce? Should I be doing anything on the AIs? Well, the AIs are sitting at 22.14. You could write $20 cash secured puts on those. Take in as much as you possibly can. You want to go to January further than that? Take in dollars. Out of the money, take in dollars. Savage Wall Street. I was just browsing through different channels on YouTube, and one day I see this old homeless Canadian talking about bringing in thousands of dollars by using your GameStop shares as collateral. 4 years ago. Life-changing. Susan shops. I agree. Further out, the better. There you go, Susan. Just, the Qs are now 517.42. They are, near the high of the day, kind of, sort of near. And so maybe the 527s, 526s might be the ones. There you go. Giddy up. Juan, Susan, your 525.35s is paying 11 cents now for today. For tomorrow expiry, you might get a much better payoff. Again, this market shifts all the time, so figure it out. That's all good. You want to go to next Friday on the 525s, you might be able to go 530, 540 for next Friday. You might be able to go 545, 55 for next Friday. I don't know. You got to check the option chain. What kind of return can you get? Lisa, AI has earnings next week on the 28th. Stock might pump a bit in a run up. I'm ready to sell cover calls next week. And see, there you go. If you write $20 cover calls, sorry, let me reverse that. If you write $20 cash secured puts on AI and the stock goes to $30 because of a phenomenal thing, what do you give a crap? Those puts will go down to 40 cents. You'll buy them back for nothing. And now you'll write 30s and you'll bring in dollars. If you write 25s, those are in the money cash secured puts, you'll get even more money up front now. And if the stock does go up, and that's the assumption, then those will collapse and you'll buy them back and write 30s and make even more money. If you're a covered call writer, you could write $25 covered calls right now, or 30s or 20s, and then deal with a rollover if necessary. If the stock doesn't move at all, you're a winner. And if the stock goes down and you've written $20 cash secured puts and the stock goes to 18, so you got the dough. You don't own the stock, you got the dough, and you're willing to buy the stock at 20 plus less what you've been paid already. I'm sure it's under 18. Jen?
Do you know what I was offered by YouTube this morning?
What were you offered by YouTube this morning?
I think to possibly celebrate the hockey game last night, the end of the hockey game last night. I was offered the clip from Slapshot where the Hanson brothers are standing there because the national anthem is being sung.
With all the blood coming down on their face.
And the referee is in front, he keeps, yeah. And then he goes back to him, I ran a clean game. I will have you spin out. And
I'm listening to the national anthem right now.
I'm listening to that song. And the guy turns around and notices, oh, everybody's watching.
Classic movie, Paul Newman,
So good.
Slapshot, must watch
I
TV.
don't care if you don't like hockey.
That's right. That's right. Oh my
It's
God.
pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
What should I do with my bagel today?
The world is your oyster,
The
honey.
excitement, bagel time.
You have cheese, you have eggs, you have ham and turkey, you have butter, you have jelly, you have marmalade. See, there's your poll question. How many of you like marmalade? I love marmalade.
I got beef brisket.
You've got beef brisket.
I don't think so. How about ham, cheese, and egg?
The full meal deal.
The ham, cheese, and egg.
Okay.
Classic. It's just a winner. Tomorrow will be great
Racing into
jelly.
your grave. Okay. Here.
Protein. That's what I call it. Death by 1,000 cuts. Protein. Oh my. Savage of Wall Street. And now my son, Ale, is saying to Uncle Bruce, your channel is very cool. My dad watches you a lot. That's what I'm dealing with here, Uncle Bruce. I'm dealing with Ale. How you doing there, Ale? Everything going okay? Are you going to have a good time at the Four Seasons in Lake Tahoe? Do you like their swimming pool? Do you enjoy the food up there? Is it a good time? Yeah, it's got to be pretty up there. It's got to be real gorgeous up there. Cool bean stuff, man.
And it's the dad seal of approval. You got to be cool. My dad watches you.
See, there you go. Got to be cool. That's awesome stuff. Beach Boy, HIMS dropping like a rock. Has anything happened? Hi, Auntie Jen. How are you doing? I'm replacing Alberto now. How you doing? How you doing? Susan Shops, May 30, triple Qs with something. I don't know what's going on. Mike, old time hockey. Eddie Shore, old time hockey. Free Range. I have a great day going here. Have a great day, gang. Says Free Range. Have a great day. Thanks for all you do, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. Susan Shops. I gave you an iPad numbers. Keys won't work. Laugh aloud. Next Friday, cover calls at right 45 and buy at 55 for credit of 40. Looks safer for some reason. Henry, my GameStop cash secured put $28 June 28th, 243, 15% gain, but still have more time left for time decay. What should I do? GameStop 2901. You're out of the money and it's decaying even further. Let it keep crapping out. Why not? Let it crap out. Lisa, Hey, Beach Boy, apparently the FDA has banned some weight loss drugs affecting HIMS, and that's why it is dropping today. That seems to be the reason for that. From Lisa to Beach Boy. Anybody curious about that? The Dow. You got to be careful. The Dow's up 12 points. S&P up 7, NASDAQ up 125. The Qs are at 516.36. They did reach 517.54. That's all they could muster. Yesterday we were at 523. They couldn't get over 517.54 today so far. The question is now, do you write credit spreads on the Qs? Is this the moment? About 45 minutes in, still early. You've got another hour to decide that. Let waves of buying and selling come through here. See what it wants to do. SoFi up 19 at $12.99 a share. GameStop 29.19 up $1.14. Finally a breakout on GameStop through 29, like through it. About time. GameStop volume 3.3 million, more than usual. No news on one of my servers. SoFi volume here 7.5 million, very light. The high today 1308. Nice to see it back to 1302 right now, out of the 12s. Rocket Lab down 1 penny, 25.16. ASTS up 39. MSTR up 6.89. AI up 59 cents. Supermicro up 31. NVIDIA up $1.06. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you with us today. Zed says Bitcoin is up today. Savage Wall Street, our friend here, I can't pronounce this right. Ale is saying, Ale says, it's not the Four Seasons Upper Bruce. It's the Waldorf Astoria and Hawaii Kiki. I laugh a lot. He calls Hawaii Kiki because he combines Waikiki too. Come on, Uncle Bruce, let's get it together here. Get it right. It's not that. It's that. Waldorf Astoria. Well done. Take the kids to the Waldorf. Yes, Jen?
So my friends took their kids up to visit relatives in Idaho, and they went to the IHOP, and so their daughter, who was like 4 at the time, calls it Idahop.
Idahop. We're in Idaho. It's Idahop.
So it's just now Idahop for all of us.
Idahop. There you go. Wow. Breach Boy Lisa, thanks for the heads up on that news. Thank you very much. There you go. That's one of the advantages of being here. Being a Gold Bagel member, you're commenting back and forth. You can be part of the Discord group if you want. Just send me an email. Tell me you're a Gold Bagel member. Tell me your name, your Gold Bagel name, and I'll forward the linkage information. You can become part of the Discord group. Hang out 24/7 with these kids. Learn how to write options. Find out from others what's going on. Stay in touch. There's power in numbers, folks. Welcome to the Bagel family, option writing Bagel family. Thank you all for joining me. 515.91 up 287 on the Qs. We got up to 517.50, so $1.60 pullback so far on the session. We're up 117 on NASDAQ. The Dow is red again, down 1.8. Now it's up 4. It's trying to get around here. Apparently, the United Healthcare people are taking another hit. CMS boosts audit team. There's a problem in the numbers at United Health. The president, CEO, resigned last week to spend more time with his family. Less, more time now before jail time. I don't know. I'm just wondering what is going on. Lisa, hey, Beach Boy, have a look at HIM's Jan 26 $50 cash secured puts are going for $12.90 to $13.15 each. $50 cash secured puts, $12.90 to $13.15. Wow, that's something else. That means you're committing to buy the stock for $37 a share till Jan 26. Wow, don't know what to make of that. The Dow up 8 points, NASDAQ up 114. The Qs are 515.79, 515.93. Trying to get back to 516 each. 1307 on your SoFi, 2941 on your GameStop, up 136 today. All those cash secured puts are falling off the table here. Very good. Rocket Lab up 12. ASTS up 56. MSTR up 9, AI up 79, Supermicro up 48, NVIDIA up 112, Tesla up 498, Palantir up 341, Google up 721, Apple down $1.30, Microsoft up 596, Meta up 470, Broadcom up 118, Amazon up 147, Intel up 6, Netflix down 373. We've got Coinbase up 780, Costco down 860, EI Lilly down 780, Uber down 4 cents. Cisco's up 17, Adobe up 250 a share, AMD down 26 cents, Unity up 55 cents, Enphase down 745, Spire down 35, Moderna down 18, Pfizer down 4, IBM down $1.08, HPQ down 9, Home Depot down 443, Vanik Semiconductors up 55 cents, Goldman up 377, Boeing up 71, Target up 250, trying to recover some of these losses. JP Morgan down $1.04, Walmart down a dime, Disney up 37 cents, American Airlines up 19 cents, DraftKings down 22, AMC up 12 cents, Royal Caribbean down 8 at the moment. Very interesting sessions here, folks. Lots to watch. Nike shares up 95 cents at $60, 88 cents. The low of the day, 60.16. Trading at 20 times earnings, and they're going to raise prices in America because of the tariffs. The tariffs. Apparently a 7% rise in prices at Nike. From what I am being indicated, what's being indicated to us, we're down 16 on the Dow. The Qs are 515.30, slipping again from the 517.50 high. There you go. Juan, should we wait one more hour, Uncle Bruce, and decide for today? Yes, I would still wait here. It's volatile. We don't have clear direction. Wait for now. Savage of Wall Street. Hey, kids, stop watching from the sidelines and stop reading about trips we take and the cash we make on here, and just buy the guys' classes. Start creating generational wealth here. Trust me, I'll teach my son covered calls. Don't worry about that. Beach Boy 5, HIMS 45s. Jan cash secured puts at 1024. Thank you, gamblers, says Beach Boy. James of the Misty Tree. Hims could sell their version of Ozempic at 1/10 the cost of major sellers because there was a shortage. But now that the shortage is over, Hims gets aced out. Again, I don't follow the stock like you guys do. It's whatever. Beach Boy Lisa, I went for 5 more out of the money. Thank you very much. Even 5 more. There you go. Rock and roll. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. Welcome to the program from wherever you are. Thank you, Savage Wall Street, for being a member for 32 months. There's a reason he's here and paying a membership fee every month for 32 months. He's making money. Lots of money. I love it. Take those kids to the Four Seasons, or take them to the Waldorf Astoria, rather than to the Motel 6. I like that game. Yeah, baby, let's go. Juan says, Juan V says, Savage, you have not mentioned RX. Any news, please? I thought he did something this morning. I couldn't remember. David is here. David Chad. I've been a member for 34 months. Dave, thanks, buddy, for this. Love that you're here. Love that you're part of the family. Appreciate you, man. Gold Bagel level member. Another one. We have 242 people now who have answered the question of the day. The 242 of you, 146 of you have hit the thumbs up button, and that keeps coming on. Thank you for this too. The Dow down now 31, by the way. S&P just went red. We're only up 97 on NASDAQ. David, 34 months a member as a Gold Bagel level member. Thank you, man. 146 thumbs ups. The question of the day, GameStop. I found Uncle Bruce because of his channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, because of GameStop. 61% tell me it was GameStop that brought me to you, Bruce. It was GameStop. 23% of you say, I found you because YouTube suggested you. 6% said, friend, relative, coworker, someone I knew told me about you. And 11% say, I was doing some Google searches and I was looking up stock options and you popped up. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it that you popped up because of a Google search, and I joined this channel, and holy moly, I'm learning more about options on this channel than anywhere else. Can you hear the guy in the back of my thing here? There you go. We got a weed whacker here. Come on, rev it up. Rev it up. Come on. Come on, you can rev it up. Rev up that weed whacker. Don't hold back on me. Don't hold back on me. Come on.
Well, we're doing it earlier and earlier because the days are getting
Yeah. There's somebody back here on my doing a weed whacker thing. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, they're also mowing, so wait for
Mowing
mowing.
today. Oh shit! Dropped everything. Oh gosh, darn it, took me. All because of the weed whacker. See what happens because of the weed whacker. Oh my
Great, I
god!
can't do that.
Here, I'll give you that. We have a little mess here that I have to clean up. Thank God we're just renters. Oh, gee whiz, welters. Nothing on the table. It's all on the floor, and it's really more on the carpet. Pardon me a moment while I clean up on aisle 5. Clean up on aisle 5. Uncle Bruce dropped his stuff. Uncle Bruce dropped his stuff. It be what it be, and that's what it be. What can I say? Accidents will happen, but option writers win anyway. There you go. Option writers win anyway. It doesn't matter. Do not fret the small stuff. Take the wins and get rich. Okay. Just a guy. We got machinery outside the door here. We've got paper towels on emergency recall here. Nothing fell off the table per se, so I'm happy about that as far as electronics are concerned. It's not easy turning around seeing what's going on out there. We're hearing all kinds of machinery in the background, but we don't see any. So I can't give you the thrill of watching the weed whack guy weed whack his way to glory. What can I say? We can't all be option writers. I mean, it's nothing. Weed whack girl? Oh, could be a weed whack girl instead of a weed whack guy. What can I say? 515.16 on the Qs. They're up $2, but they got up to 517.50 today. I would still hold off. I noticed the Dow now dropping 75 points. Again, it's not a serious drop. It's a 75-point drop. And we're down 2 on S&P. We're down up 96 on NASDAQ. So got to kind of wait here. Yeah, we'll see what is going on here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. J-Boy, I found you, Bruce. I don't know how, but I found you. Savage of Wall Street, I sold 20 RXRX $4 cash secured puts expiring July for 50 cents yesterday. I'm into other things this morning. I already made my money and I'm done for the day. I'm folding arms until the 3rd Friday of May now. Bobby, whack them weeds, whack them good. Set a state. I've been a member for 41 months of this man's channel. 41 amazing months, making lots of premium. GameStop and Uncle Bruce, and with 2 BMW M240i and an i8 BMW. Thank you, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. There you go. Okay. Gotta love that. If you could give me another cola on that cup, that would be great. Thankfully, my coffee was kind of done anyway. No problem. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. Thank you, Zeta State, for this. It's great that letting the world know what's going on. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? They're coming again. I'm not opening it up. Henry, I think the market's going to go up a little bit here. Red. It's going a little red today. Walter, I found you trying to get more information on SoFi. Good morning, Auntie Jen. We can talk after the spillage is resolved. Savage, my biggest worry today will be what to have for lunch and dinner. Tomorrow we packed for our weekend in Reno, Tahoe. Started yesterday with a lovely salad, pasta, pizza, dessert, and bottle of wine for dinner. These are my problems. Savage, I want to thank the gamblers for financing the next few days of fun for myself and my family. I also want to thank them for the summer vacation in Hawaii this summer. You guys are awesome. Juan V, back in December, I wrote $70 Palantir. I'm up 6 Gs. I've held and it's paying off, but I'm open to suggestions. Again, I don't know what that is. $70 Palantir, what? Cash secured put? I don't know. Beach Boy. the best show on YouTube. Where else can you watch a homeless Canadian actually slumping at a Rancho Mirage and making money as he wipes the floor on screen with paper towels? I mean, and 1 minute you do that, and a minute later he's holding up a fried egg, sesame seed toasted bagel with ham on it, cheese on it. Looks like we got turkey slices too. We're loaded. We're loaded, and we're dipping in some ketchup here. And then we got some replacement cola here. Thank you, Jen. Do you like this game? I like this game. I hope you're having fun around here, kids. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a little nibble of bagel here, and let's get going. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got the long guy going here. They cut into my nap time. Boy, it's going to be awful quiet at nap time today. Juan V says, okay, I wrote a cash secured put on Palantir in December. These were $70 cash secured puts on Palantir. Palantir now is $124 a share. Those puts are 54 out of the money. Wonder what do you think Juan should do next? Should Juan buy these back and write higher strike cash secured puts for more money? What do you think should be done here? I would like to hear what your suggestions are for Juan, rather than sit on the contracts he has. I'm going to take a little look here for these contracts. I'm going to just re-familiarize myself with this comment here. Again, I don't know which ones these are. These Palantir puts. I don't know which one you wrote. And I don't have any more info on it, so I can't really dig this up very much. But should he be basically moving up in strike and going out to Jan 26 and bringing in thousands of more dollars in cash? Giddy up, everybody. GameStop, $29.50. Fantastic. We're up 27 on SoFi, up $1.50 on GameStop. Rocket Lab up 16, ASCS up 47. Okay. Zed. I have or could write 2,000 covered calls. My cost is $26 a share. What contract would someone write, or shall we wait for earnings? Again, on what stock? What are we talking about? I have no idea what one is. Juan, thank you for sharing. RX Savage. Walter Young, GameStop is rallying. Susan Shops, Juan, I wrote hundreds. Thank you all here. Juan, December 16th, Uncle Bruce, I wrote December 16 Palantir puts. December 16 expiry. Check here. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do that. Are you talking December 26 or 27 or 25? I'm blind here. I'm completely in the dark. I really don't have enough info to kind of go into this. Susan, yes, move up 100. Move the strike to 100 cash you could put. Bring in money, $1,200 premiums. Bring in much more. There you go. If you've written $70 cash secured puts on Palantir, and we're trading at 120 something a share, yeah, no kidding. We're at 124.49. Move up to 100s, 110s, at least that. For January, a 110 put will get you 1675. You want to write a 120, you'll get 2165. My God, you're offering to buy the stock at $98 a share, something like that. This is a no-brainer to me. I'd be looking at this. Anyway, Zed, I could write 20 contracts on GameStop. I'd like to write cover calls now or wait for the earnings. What do you want to do? Well, on GameStop, with the stock now at $29.62, you could be writing 30s, 31s, 32s, 33s, 35s. Go out to Jan 26 and bring in some bucks if you want. But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I am a broken record here. You cannot be not writing. I cannot understand how you are not writing contracts out there, you guys. You want to be writing $29.63. Even on rollovers, you make money. I don't understand it. $29.70 now. Jan 26 calls. Man, 30s will bring you about $6.75, almost $7. 32s will bring you $6. 35s will bring you $5.30, $5.40. 35s for January. Some nice returns here. Times 20 contracts. That's $10,000 US. I don't know how you are not taking that money off the table. I don't get it. You're too rich. You're too successful. Love it. One. I got paid $16.50 when I wrote them. They're worth $4.10. Turn around, buy them back, and write new $15, $16, $17 contracts for Jan 26. Find the contract. 100s, 110s, 105s, whichever one it is, make that move. Go up and strike further in time and get your hands on another $11, $12, $13 a share. Take the goddamn money. I love it. Juan, thank you, Susan. Zed Estate, a GameStop $29.60. Oh, I guess I'm not going to write GameStop because I fear the upside. Stop that. Stop talking like that. Drives me nuts. I can't stand it. People are afraid to win. You're afraid to win. I hate it. Great. Dare to be great, buddy. You only go around once. You got 2 Beamers. Why didn't you get a third one?
A convertible.
Welcome all to the program. We're negative now, 108 on the Dow, negative 8 on S&P, and we're plus 79 on NASDAQ. The Qs have gone from 517.50 down to 514.90. So keep an eye on those spreads. Stay well ahead of this market with those cash call credit spreads. And enjoy the racket from the back end here. Enjoy it. They're coming. Thank you all for joining us. All right, let's take a little look at the channel, and I'm going to pack it in. We got 150 thumbs up. Thank you. 248 responders today for the poll question of the day. Thank you. There they are, right behind me. Yay! There you go. All right, kids, we'll see you here tomorrow morning. Tom, write 35s for 6 months out, Zed, and take a walk. There you go. Good suggestions there, Tom. Very good suggestions. Have a great rest of your day. Jen and I are going to sit here and listen to the mowers, the weed whackers, the blowers, and all the folks working the lawn outside. Have a wonderful session. Get richer today. Make a lot of money. Keep us posted. Crazy 49er. Hey, buddy, thank you. Cover calls, GameStop, $45, Jan 27, 670. Giddy up, Crazy 49er. All the best to you and your family. We're thinking about you. Splair, you have a great day today, everybody. Neat bagel time, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Jen and I are saying our goodbyes in 3, 2, 1. Bye!